The Costco Wholesale Corporation by Group 95 for Management 590. The Costco Wholesale Corporation is a membership warehouse club that was founded in 1983 in Issaquah, Washington. Like other membership warehouse clubs, Costco charges a modest annual fee, offering goods, products, and services across a number of categories. These warehouse clubs, like Costco, are able to do this and carve out their competitive advantage by buying and selling in bulk rather than individual containers like traditional grocery stores and retail outlets. Costco competes with other warehouse clubs like BJ's Wholesale Club, a chain based in Westborough, Massachusetts, operating on the East Coast, with a handful of stores in Ohio and Michigan, and Sam's Club, which is owned and operated by Walmart. However, Costco stands as the largest organization doing business in this specific segment. We will talk more about Costco and its competition later in this presentation. Costco's current CEO, W. Craig Jelinek, began his career with Costco in 1984. Mr. Jelinek was appointed to the position of CEO in 2012 after succeeding Costco's co-founder, Jim Senegal. To provide some quick facts and figures on this company, Costco's annual sale for fiscal year 2020 was $163 billion. Costco operates over 800 locations across 12 countries, employing over 275,000 workers, and has plans to add stores in both New Zealand and Sweden in 2022. Costco is publicly traded under the NASDAQ under the call sign COST, C-O-S-T. As mentioned in the prior slide, Costco Warehouse sells a number of products as well as offering many services to its members. When shopping at Costco, customers will be able to find deals on groceries, candy, appliances, electronics, automotive supplies, toys, hardware, sporting goods, jewelry, cameras and other electronics, books, housewares, apparel, health and beauty aid, furniture, office supplies, and many more. Additionally, Costco offers tires and car repair, gasoline insurance, and travel services. It is important to note that among many of the other brands that Costco carries, Costco has also launched its own private label offering of products under the name Kirkland Signature. Costco's strategy is primarily one of cost leadership. Cost leadership involves low cost to produce or obtain products, resulting in low cost for customers. The company also utilizes a broad differentiation strategy based on value or quality due to its house brand, Kirkland Signature. Together, these two strategies create Costco's competitive advantage based on quality and low prices. According to Justin Young, financially, Costco uses cost minimization through economies of scale in order to help support its cost leadership and growth strategy, and deploys three intensive opportunities. The first is market penetration, which supports growth, allowing the company to expand to new markets, resulting in increased revenue. The second is market development, which increases sales of entirely new markets and segments. The last is product development, in which the company creates new products in order to increase sales, as well as the company's consumer base. Costco has three main sources of distribution to sell their goods and services: their warehouse-style physical stores, an e-commerce online platform, and a mobile app. Customers can find wholesale prices, be it in person or doorstep delivery, through these options. The big picture of Costco's general environment is an inclusive concept that involves outside factors and influences that impact the operation of its business. General forces that are interrelated with the effect of the organization are political, economical, sociocultural, environmental, and legal forces. Like many other multinational firms, Costco does not openly state their political beliefs, which is extremely important for global operation. One of the stands Costco has made is, as a company, we respect the choices of our members, so we do not take positions on social issues. We are not involved in partisan politics, and we do not contribute any money to political candidates or issues. Recent buying patterns have been altered due to COVID, as consumers adjust to the new way of life. The changes involve store food, appliances, and other homely goods as a priority, which is already offered at Costco with a discount. Costco has undergone an increase in e-commerce sales as many people have shifted towards online shopping. In a survey conducted last year by Highland, 2/3 of the population say that they are living extremely tight from paycheck to paycheck. And regardless of income, roughly 60% of Americans feel anxious about their personal finances. Costco stands to benefit from this recent situation as they appeal to consumers who are willing to pay the membership fee to receive goods at a discount. The membership enjoys significant savings for everyday necessities, offered in bulk sizes with discounts on clothing, jewelry, health and beauty, electronics, and much more. Costco is mitigating inflation pressures by keeping its shelves stocked, by adjusting orders and in many cases, front-loading them to ensure significant inventory on high-demand items. Historically, they have raised membership prices to compensate for price increases and may increase prices by a small amount for items that offer a lot of flexibility, keeping costs down through strong vendor relationships. If inflation trends continue to run at the current 4% and above levels, and if Costco can manage its margins to keep prices well under the increase, the company can continue to see good days ahead for both the firm and its customers. Now that the organization is global, paying attention to and developing a deep understanding of the cultural values and norms of the countries the organization markets to is imperative to its success. Other areas where Costco succeeds is the fact that the organization operates utilizing people-centric policies. These policies are in place so that employees feel valued and earn a better wage than most other retailers. Additionally, employees also receive health benefits, among other benefits. Customers are at the forefront of Costco's mind as well. For instance, the company offers luxury items at a discount, and the company takes a $30 to $40 million loss on chicken every year in order to entice customers to renew their memberships. The company does this because it understands buyer behavior and caters to customers. Technological advancements are putting significant pressure on players to evolve and stay current to consumer trends. Costco itself realizes this, and in its 2020 annual report noted that our members are increasingly using mobile phones, tablets, computers, and other devices to shop and to interact with us through social media, particularly in the wake of COVID-19. Many of Costco's primary competitors are taking advantage of innovative emerging technology. Sam's Club has applied for a patent that would enhance the shopping experience by using computer vision and artificial intelligence in collaboration with its scan and go checkout stations. And Kroger has established a partnership with an artificial intelligence firm, Casper, focused on development of computer vision shopping carts that could tally up your total, make recommendations, and allow you to pay for your groceries directly on the cart. As technologies for future smart stores emerge and begin to be developed and becomes available for mass use, companies must invest adequate people and financial resources to ensure that they stay ahead of the market or risk losing shares to more agile technology adapters. External environmental forces have a big impact on the products Costco sells. One threat is climate change, which has a growing influence on the fresh food sector. Climate change is dependent on the types and quality of food that we can produce, as well as the overall survival of some of the food groups, such as produce and fresh foods, which rely on optimal climate conditions. With carbon dioxide emissions increasing to 416 parts per million, our overall temperature increasing by 2.1 degrees Fahrenheit, and the Arctic ice circumference depleting by 13.1% per decade, it is creating a lasting imprint of human effect and making the future of fresh produce uncertain, according to NASA. The diminishing bee colonies are also becoming an alarming negative environmental force, as they are responsible for pollinating over a third of the fresh produce we consume. The loss of the bees has a detrimental outcome through our whole food chain. Costco is combating these negative environmental forces by reducing chemical usage, cutting back on resources that cause deforestation, using recycled content for packaging, and contributing to natural resource conservation programs. For a company that's the size of Costco, the multinational firm has had very few legal confrontations of any substance. From Good Jobs First, a site that tracks accountability matters for corporation, Costco is only listed as having 74 recorded violations for legal matters, and the combined total penalty since the year of 2000. In terms of legal matters, Costco has a very good track record of staying on the right side of the law, as well as being incredibly ethical overall. For a company like Costco, which today has a market cap of $180 billion and a total revenue last year of $45.38 billion, these lawsuits are nearly insignificant in the grand scheme of their business. Through its over 40 years of operation, Costco has established itself as a major force in the grocery retail market. Costco's steady growth and brand equity has allowed them to move into markets that other retailers have failed to access. With the company's people-centered policies, Costco has built an image of a retailer that respects employees and works with the benefits of consumers in mind. Costco's competitive edge will remain around new initiatives and adding emerging technologies to draw in new customers and maintain existing members. Costco competes in the warehouse clubs and supercenter industry. They achieve their low prices based on their impressive economies of scale, as well as fostering great relationships with high-end suppliers and manufacturers. Costco is the largest and fastest growing company in this segment, with over 800 stores as of July 2021, and a 5-year compound annual growth rate of 7.2%. Costco competes with companies such as Sam's Club, which is owned by Walmart, BJ's Wholesale, Walmart themselves, and Kroger stores. In Costco's industry, the bargaining power of buyers is fairly high. Most products are becoming available from online retailers, which has made switching costs fairly low for customers. With more information at their fingertips, customers have access to information that they can use to properly evaluate the company's products and easily purchase most products with the click of a button. Furthermore, products across different retailers have only a slight differentiation, which gives consumers the ability to easily switch from one brand to another. According to Senior Vice President of Costco, they can withstand these obstacles because Costco is known for its value, quality, the lowest prices, and the best customer service. The bargaining power of suppliers within Costco's industry is low overall because of two main reasons. The first reason is due to the considerable number of suppliers available. This is because the industry can pick and choose their suppliers based on quality and price. Secondly, products being sold by suppliers are standardized, making it easier for businesses within the industry to switch suppliers. However, when Costco chooses to purchase inventory from a supplier, the company does so in bulk. Since the company makes such large orders, it is imperative that suppliers keep in good standings with the organization, so Costco continues to make purchases. In doing so, the supplier may cut costs per unit due to the amount ordered just to keep Costco happy, thus giving Costco the bargaining power. The threat of new entrants into the industry is quite low. One of the most significant reasons for this is startup cost. The next reason is the overall investment a new competitor would need to make. To compete with massive companies like Costco, Sam's Club, or Walmart, they would have to operate at such a large scale, purchasing large quantities all at once, and be immersed into multiple product sectors. A new entrant would need a large amount of capital to keep up with customer demand and be able to purchase more goods to stock their floors, even before their company makes a profit or even breaks even. One of the benefits that new entrants do have, though, are economies of scale. They can attract new customers by providing better service or cheaper prices, since companies competing in this industry are selling very similar products. This industry faces a significant number of traditional and emerging substitutes to compete against. Customers have the option to visit smaller, more focused stores within the product category, such as grocery-only stores or electronics-only businesses. There's also the continued rise of e-commerce as a substitute to in-store shopping, which has impacted these more traditional brick-and-mortar players. Lastly, there are emerging substitutes in the rise of direct-to-consumer meal kit delivery services. This emerging substitute could significantly impact grocery sales. And as a result, the sales of other products, given consumers are no longer walking through its physical doors. Costco competes directly with Walmart, Kroger, and BJ's to maintain a marketing mix that capitalizes on pricing and value. Costco and Walmart both compete worldwide with distinct presence within the United States, whereas BJ's Wholesale and Kroger are domestic companies only. Costco makes up to 22.5% of the market share, whereas Walmart makes up 63.4%. One of the reasons this market is so successful is that the cost of entry is so high that new competitors entering the market is very unlikely. Costco's competitive advantage is due to a strong marketing mix that capitalizes on pricing, value, and excellent customer service. Walmart is leveraging technology, supply chain, and customer initiatives to hold its position within the customer's mind while growing its e-commerce opportunities to boost sales. Kroger's main objective has been the company's relentless focus on freshness, value, and convenience, as well as an increase in profitability by accelerating digital offerings. BJ's Wholesale Club announced in May its plans for the addition of 6 new locations, and it's looking to solidify its standing as a leading operator of membership warehouse clubs in the eastern United States while helping members save more. Costco posted $163 billion in sales for year-end 2020, which is up 9.2%. BJ's Warehouse is a $15.4 billion organization with modest growth of just 1.4%. Kroger posted $132 billion in sales, which was a growth of 9%. And finally, Walmart Sam's Club sales increased from $58 billion to $63.9 billion overall. But Costco is the largest of the warehouse clubs and has experienced the most consistent year-over-year revenue growth. This table here summarizes Costco, Walmart, BJ, and Kroger's key financial ratios for the last 3 years. Overall, Costco is a very strong and consistent performer as compared to its competition. It is worth noting, however, that Costco has increased its total debt by 55% for the year-end 2018 to the year-end 2020, which is not to the level of BJ Warehouse Club, which has grew its total debt to 79% over a 3-year horizon, but it is higher than Kroger and Walmart at 35% and 9% respectively. However, in March 2020, Costco announced that it purchased a logistics company in Novel for over $1 billion, which may explain why the company took on debt at a higher rate than its competition. Costco and its major competitors, BJ's Wholesale Club, Kroger, and Walmart, are all publicly traded companies on either the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. Costco stock hit a peak on July 9th of this year at $412.37 per share, which meant a growth of over 144% since its first day being publicly traded. BJ's Wholesale has not been publicly traded for long, but it experienced favorable growth of 115% and closed at $47.25 per share last month. Kroger experienced the smallest growth percentage of the 4 companies, with 9% growth since it was first publicly traded, and it closed at $39.36 per share last month. Lastly, Walmart has experienced strong growth in its stock performance over the past 5 years. However, not quite to the level of Costco or BJ's Wholesale Club. Costco closed on July 19th of 2006 at $73.66 per share, and then at $141.56 on July 16th of 2021, a 92% improvement. Therefore, Costco competes directly against Walmart, Kroger, and BJ, but maintains a strong marketing mix that capitalizes on prices and values, thus earning the company a strong competitive advantage. Considering the financial research our team has conducted, it is clear to see that Costco is a steady and strong competitor within the warehouse grocery market. With its consistent growth in income, sales, and other key financial figures, outside of the financials, the organization is also outperforming its competition when it comes to its stock. This is imperative to show how much stockholders believe and trust the company to perform well long-term. And its significantly high price per share in comparison to the others on the market proves that the shareholders have a lot of trust in Costco. Ultimately, Costco is a strong competitor in the warehouse grocery market and is not going anywhere anytime soon. In our final analysis of Costco, we have come to the conclusion regarding what the major problems that we see with Costco having to face in the future. The problems that we have identified is one, their business model, which relies on repeat customers and the renewing of new memberships to increase their revenue. Having to continually push memberships to increase profits could put Costco's customers in a position of looking towards alternatives for their shopping experience. Changing customer preferences have also been identified as a potential issue because of how Costco sells their products in their stores. By relying on a strict policy of selling products with an incredible low margin, this means if there is a change in the direction of consumer preferences, this could leave Costco with an abundance of potentially perishable items and huge losses. The final problem that was identified was Costco's slow adaptation to technology. Costco does not have a lot of technology or social media presence, and instead relies on traditional word-of-mouth method to spread its brand image to its new customers. After reviewing the key problems Costco faces, 3 recommendations stand out as the most impactful to present to the organization. These recommendations are to offer a discount for membership renewal, invest time in free marketing through technology, and to offer common perishable products in single serving as well as the bulk amounts. We believe that these recommendations are a great way for Costco to combat problems that the organization faces because it helps the organization to keep its edge in a highly competitive market. Offering a discount code to certain customers during the renewal period will help entice customers to continue to shop with Costco and lower the possibility of customers switching to a competitor because of a cost difference. Costco should also invest in new technologies and marketing tactics by utilizing social media to help showcase some special deals in their store or recipes using some of the products that they offer. Hand selecting certain perishable products to be sold individually instead of just in bulk helps customers who choose to shop small that might live in the city with limited space, or single individuals without families who want to purchase from Costco but feel like they can't buy a product because it comes at only a large quantity. Along with the recommendations made to Costco, it is important to develop a strategy implementing the suggested recommendations. First, Costco should roll out a temporary discount code for membership renewal. Each member will get a personalized membership code emailed to their account 30 days before their current membership expires. This will give them the opportunity to sign up for the coming year with a discounted price. With a time constraint, it will put the added pressure on the customer to sign up within the viewing time of the email. Partner with universities in the proximity of their stores to recruit marketing students for their social media knowledge and to target the younger demographics that they are aiming for. Lastly, to implement perishable products in single or smaller family serving size, Costco can place small preference orders to its suppliers. This way, it can tap into the smaller serving size market and be the good neighborhood grocery store, while also continuing to thrive at selling in bulk to businesses and families with larger household needs. Costco could offer a smaller section dedicated to selling in a grocery-style manner right in the front of the store for quick access. However, a discounted membership might not incentivize customers and might hurt Costco's margin from customers who are already planning on renewing. Students participating in Costco's marketing internship program should be trained to understand that Costco has a brand image and to avoid possible mishaps for harming the reputation that Costco has spent years to develop. Offering certain perishable items in lower quantities than the bulk options that are currently being sold has the potential of driving down the revenue per visit for Costco customers, who are just buying a smaller portion of what they need. In conclusion, for Costco to continue its long history of solid performance, the company must sustain its current membership base while finding new ways to reach new customers in hopes to grow its membership numbers. Customers' costs for memberships are higher than those of their competitors. To help grow the company's membership numbers, Costco would need to find ways to add value to membership benefits, making new members and renewals more enticing to customers to facilitate growth. As the needs of the customer shift, Costco must invest in new and innovative ways to meet the demand of their new and existing members, while focusing on ways to serve customers who are becoming more reliant on technology to help them organize their lives and busy schedules. By making a larger effort to reach customers in new ways, Costco can start to break into demographics they have yet been able to serve. By expanding into the social spheres that customers use most, Costco can expand the company's reach online and in stores, improving the shopping experience while also trying to create innovative product offerings that would better serve the lifestyles and needs of their expanded customer base. Looking into ways to reach new customers, Costco should keep in mind the existing strength of their brand, projecting a plan that stays true to the company's core messaging, and with any new product offerings, also stay true to the value of Costco's strategy. It is important for Costco to focus on providing customers with great products they are looking for, all while keeping an eye on the company's bottom line. We'd like to thank you once again for taking your time for viewing Group 95's presentation on